Molly Scott Cato, newly elected Green MEP for the South West. Can you introduce yourself first of all for your voters? What's your background? Where do you come from going into taking up this job?
So I've lived in the southwest for most of my life, and almost all my ancestors come from the southwest as well, so I feel very well embedded in that part of England. And I've worked as an economist for about 10 years. I'm a green economist, so that means I'm very interested in resources and where they come from and how they're shared.
And how are you hoping some of your expertise from the region and from your job and your experience is going to help you do this job?
So I'm hoping to be part of the Economics Committee, and obviously we've got problems in Europe with the economy and with finance, and I'm hoping I'm going to be able to contribute something there. And I think also I'd like to be involved in agriculture and farming, because that's obviously a priority for the region. So hopefully I'll be able to make a contribution in terms of farming as well.
Where do you believe Europe can help people in the Southwest when it comes to farming, when it comes to employment and jobs, those areas that are particularly of your expertise and interest?
I think that the European Union already does a great deal to protect the quality of environments in the southwest and to make sure that farming is of a much higher standard than it might be otherwise. But I think we also need to think about which kind of farmers we've got and whether farming is serving people's interests as well as it could be. And on the jobs front, obviously we've got great renewable energy potential in the southwest. It's already being used to some extent, but I'd like to see European legislation encouraging people to develop renewable energy more, and particularly community-owned renewables.
A lot of questions following these results about the UK Independence Party, the rise of Euroscepticism. How do you counter that? How do you tell people, in your opinion, that the EU is worth something for the people of the South West?
Well, there was some feeling against the way the European Union works now, but obviously the overwhelming majority of people in the Southwest actually voted for parties that are supporting our continued membership of the Union, and I think that's because people value the fact that it protects our quality of life and also brings peace to the continent. But it's generally agreed that the way the European Union works needs to change, and it's really exciting that I'm joining the Parliament at this time, and I can hopefully be part of that change.
So what are your priorities going to be as a South West MEP? Where are you hoping to put your energy?
Well, apart from the policy issues we've already talked about, I think it's an absolute priority to talk to people involved in media in the South West and really improve the relationship between people who read their newspapers and watch their telly in the South West and Europe. I think people just don't really understand what goes on here, and as a new MEP, hopefully I can keep that perspective and help to improve that communication.
Just finally, a word about the performance of the Green Party. Overall, a slight drop actually in the percentage of support, but 3 MEPs instead of 2.
Yes, I mean, you have to compare with the last election, and it was a particularly bad time for Labour, and so I think that's impacted on our result this time as Labour's vote has gone up. But we actually had a 2% increase in the South West, and I think that's about the way people in the South West view what's important in life, and I think we are pioneering green ways of life here. So hopefully as a Green MEP I'll be able to support those kind of developments in the region as well.